What is going on, fellas? Welcome back to another Binding of Isaac Repentance mod showcase, and I got a fun one for you guys today. Now, there is a lot of items, or there's some items in this game that give you damage and things like that, or buffs based on losing health. But what about an item that gives you bonus damage based on how much bonus health you have? We're checking out Boiling Blood today from the Battle Fantasy mod. And this works opposite to items like Dark Prince's Crown or Potato Peeler, in the sense that this item, that's not bad, we'll take it. This item actually gives you a damage bonus based on how many bonus red hearts you have. So for each half heart that we have in our inventory here, inventory is what I'm going to call it, a health bar, it doesn't really matter. It's going to give us, I believe, a 0.15 damage bonus. So we got 4 hearts here, so 4 hearts, well, you could just do the math, like 0.15 times 8, something like that. My math might be a little bit off, but regardless, we have gained ourselves a nice little damage bonus here. And now we are playing Magdalene because she does have the highest base health in the game, and the plan today is a very, very simple one. It is to get as many... get as many health containers as we flippin' can, and get some damage bonuses based off of that. Now, like I said, this is from the Battle Fantasy mod, alright? So we will have that linked in the description below if you guys want to check it out, because it's a great mod pack. I believe there's like a new version that I just installed that has, because I believe on Isaac Guru, it actually shows that there's like 43 items or something. That's not actually true anymore. From what I could tell, there's about 70, I think 75 at least, new items in this mod pack as of now. A lot of them are like references to other games and things of that nature. I believe there's an impossible quiz book in here, which I found very, very funny. Shout out to the Impossible Quiz. If you've never played that, well, first of all, I highly recommend that you do. I played it all the time as a kid. I ended up beating it. It's a hard game to beat because it makes no goddamn sense. But I did beat it. I think I beat the first one and the second one. I think there's 3, though. I don't think I ever beat the third one. I might have to do that at some point. I was just thinking about, like, literally, I was thinking about stuff. And by stuff, I mean, like, things that I own. And it made me want to ask this question. Now, some of you will definitely be able to answer it. Some of you may not be able to answer it, and that's totally okay. Don't feel bad about that. But today's question of the day, my friends, is what is your favorite thing that you have, let's say, thrifted? You know, purchased secondhand or purchased used from somebody else or from a store. That's like your favorite thing that you... Oh! We got white habanero! Oh my god! What? I didn't even know this was an angel item. I remember covering this item a long time ago. Oh my goodness. I'm very pleased right now. There's our white flames. I remember after I released my video on white habanero, the creator of this mod pack nerfed the ever-living hell out of this item because it was so overpowered. And I'm going to be a little bit vain here. You know what? I'll take this. I'm going to be a little bit vain here. Because, yeah, I have thrifted quite a few things that aren't, like, that are, like, I don't know, that's, like, furniture and stuff like that. Like, my couch is from, like, it's like a used furniture store type of thing where you can, like, people donate stuff and then you buy the furniture from this business and then all their stuff that they spend goes to, like, non-profits or whatever. It's a non-profit, that's what I'm saying, essentially. No, I don't want that. But I'm gonna go with a piece of clothing that I actually bought. I bought it when I was in high school, and I bought I found in my like local Value Village. I found like a early 2000s, maybe 1990s. I can't remember. It's a Bape jacket. For those of you who know what Bape is, you will know that. Does this damage me? What did that do? I don't know what that chest did, but it made a black smog of some kind. Okay, anyways. Yeah, it's from like the early 2000s. It's like it's so bright red. It's got all the apes on it. It's very cool. I bought it for like $8, and I think it's worth like. Last time I checked, it was worth like over 1,000. So that was like really, really cool to find and purchase. Maybe while you're down there in the comment section down below, or even if you don't end up answering today's question of the day, if you wouldn't mind throwing a little like on this video. If you like Isaac Mod Showcases, helps me out a hell of a lot more than you might think. Pushes my videos out to more people, so I would very much, I'd very much appreciate that. Ah! The soul hearts, as you can see, are not actually going to give us, oh, hello. Ooh, soul locket. Cool. Free item. And we got a nice tier rate increase from that. All right, that's not too bad. What's it called? Star of Bethlehem. It's essentially like a portable Star of Bethlehem. Oof. So that's another thing that happens when we take damage, when we have boiling blood. When we take enemy damage with boiling blood, because I don't know if you guys noticed, that was the first time we took enemy damage this entire run, so that was pretty neat. No perfection for us, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'll grab a fast bomb. That's not too bad at all. We'll also check for a secret room right here. What do we got? Baboo! What do we got? I'll take money. I'm not gonna say no to money. Money's good. Fast bombs, making us place these a little bit quicker. What are you? Verp. Another full health pill. Okay. I'm okay with that. Good for keeping our HP up, especially since we have boiling blood. You know, it doesn't work based on how many heart containers you have. It works based on how many filled heart containers you have. So you gotta be careful. You can't be taking any silly billy willy-nilly damage. Ah! But I did tell you that I was gonna kind of be going over each leg of the trip that I just went on over the next few videos here, and in yesterday's video I talked about France, what we did in France, and France was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed France, and the place we went after that, as some or most of you may know, if you don't know, you should probably watch some of the Vault series. Yeah, we'll buy this. Is we went to Napoli, Italy. I'm trying to... Okay, that sucks. That sucks. Anything here? That sucks. Well, it's not terrible, but... Oh! Yeah, we went to Napoli, Italy. And, I told you guys the story about, you know, the Airbnb scam, all that fun stuff. That was a hoot and a half. That was a really bad day in Naples. Really bad first day. Bad first impression, if you will. There goes our deal chance. Whatever. We've already been there. Doesn't matter. Yeah, very, very bad first impression of Naples that first day. But I gotta tell you guys, after that first day, once we, like, actually got settled in, got, like, our own place to stay, and felt safe and secure in where we were and what we were doing in the part of town that we were in, man, Naples was actually pretty fantastic. I gotta tell you, man, the food out there, ooh, my goodness gracious, the food out there is impeccable. You know, some of you may not know, that, you know, in North America, you know, we like buy our groceries like weeks in advance, and we put them in like a big fridge. They don't, like, from what I've heard and from what I could tell, they don't really do that in Europe. Like, everyone just gets the grocery, including, like, the restaurants. They get all their groceries and stuff, like the day of. So everything is, like, super, super duper fresh. And I gotta tell you, man, that is certainly a way to live. It was some of, if not the best food I have, like, ever had. The only close comparison I can make would be, like, maybe Japan. Japan's food was impeccable, but yeah, that's the only thing I could really compare it to. Like, that's the only other country that realistically came close. I mean, the food in Naples was just immaculate. I mean, I was having lots of pasta, I was having lots of pizza. You know how it be. You're in Italia. You gotta have some pasta. You gotta have some pizza. I mean, that's just par for the course. But everything that I ate there was just, ooh, it was immaculate. It was sublime. The only problem we really ran into was that for some reason they cook everything there in peanut oil, and you know, my girlfriend has a has a bit of a peanut allergy. You know, just like a slight one. So, it was quite difficult trying to find places where she was actually able to eat. And, oh, we'll take this level 2 meat. Boy, that's nice. You know, it was weird to me when we were there, and we kind of found that out once we started looking at restaurants, because you think Italy, at least in my opinion, when I think Italy, I think of, you know, everything being cooked in olive oil, but apparently that's not really the... Ooh, gotta dodge that. Apparently that's not really the case, and that they actually use peanut oil for most things. Now, it might be different depending on where in Italy you are, but at least in Naples specifically, pretty much everything was absolutely doused in peanut oil, which I found quite strange in comparison to, you know, what we've come to understand here in North America with regards to, you know, how Italian food is made. But where we ended up staying, that new Airbnb that we ended up finding was first of all in a much nicer area compared to like where the first one was. But on the other hand, it was also like a 5, maybe 10-minute walk from the water, because Naples, if you don't know, is a coastal city. Like, it's located right. Well, it's not located right on it, but actually no, it is. It's like on/off the beach there. I just want to farm up some cash here. Oh, I didn't buy balls. Oh, someone in the comment section is gonna be mad about that one. I'll tell you what. Well, it's not like I had enough money anyways. Hey, compass. Nice. Money in a box, I mean, it's not that useful, so we don't really care that much. But yeah, it's a coastal city, so... You know, our Airbnb was actually like 5, maybe 10 minutes from the beach, so... We ended up going to, well, there wasn't really, like... At least with the place that we were staying specifically, or like the area we were staying specifically, there wasn't like, it wasn't like a sandy beach type of thing. Like, it wasn't like you could walk up to the water and, you know, dip your toes in or what have you. It was more like the port, where like all the cruise ships and all the ferries and the boats dock and those things. But it was still absolutely beautiful to just be there and being in a place where it's so much warmer, you know, having that access to the, ooh, that was kind of funky looking. Yeah, being in a place that was so much warmer than what I'm used to. Eden's Tears. Sure, that sounds kind of interesting. Never seen that before. I like checking out new items, it's fun. Glad I didn't pop the yum heart yet. Did we go to our item room? My brain is in off mode still, apparently, for some reason. But was it ever in on mode? I took damage again. Well, there's definitely no perfection for us this run, I'll tell you what. That's alright. There we go. 6.22 damage, not bad. But yeah, having that, oh yeah, we also have, flippin' Dreamcatcher, and I have not used it once yet. Except for that time, which I think it showed me was Isaac's heart. That or it was Candy Heart, I couldn't really tell. If it's Candy Heart, I'll most definitely take it, but... If it's, you know, if it's Isaac's heart, I'm not really interested. Actually, maybe not necessarily. I might be interested in that. I haven't really decided yet. What do we got? Okay, it is Candy Heart. Alright, cool. Alright, and that's good for us, because it's going to give us bonus stats with, and also fill up our damage stat again, so not a problem at all. But as I was saying, yeah, not used to the heat over there, so being next to the ocean, you know, if maybe you haven't been to like a coastal city or something like that before, normally when you're close to an ocean, there's like a ocean breeze type of thing. So it definitely cooled us down a fair amount when being in that hot Italian sun, my friends. It's very hot. You know, and by like hot for me, sure, hot for me, I'm talking like 20 degrees Celsius. Like, that's, for me, that's like shorts and a t-shirt weather. I mean, to be fair, anything above, like, 10 degrees Celsius, to me, honestly, is, like, shorts and a t-shirt weather. Whenever a rock is destroyed, gives 0.06 damage for the current room. That sounds interesting, but much cooler if I had rock bottom. I'm gonna pop this for a crawl space. It was. What do we got? 100 grains of sugar and the bean. Yeah, you know, I'm used to... I'm very used to the lower temperatures, so... Italy, France, Greece, it was all very... Oh, do those count? Actually count for stats as well? It kind of looked like it did. I know that it's not from Candy Heart, because that would... Oh, no, I have Soul Locket. Wait, I have both of the... I just realized I have both of the heart pickup, item buffs. I kind of forgot that we had, Soul Locket. Okay, cool. Dum, 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 dum. I mean, it's been getting hotter here, at least in, like, Vancouver, over the years. I mean, global warming is a thing that does indeed exist. So, okay, so that explodes. That's good to know. I don't know why it does it, but it does. Makes like a black smoke that, like, explodes. Interesting. Cool. Good to know. Maybe I'm gonna stop, touching those chests now, because it seems like a bad idea. It seems kind of like a bad idea, so I'm just gonna leave those. We got ourselves... Oh, a level 3 Meat Boy, actually. Wow, without Book of Rev, that's actually quite rare. Nice. What do we got? Circle of Protection. Nothing really crazy, but I will take it. It is a free item. I'm not just gonna leave it behind. Yeah, it's been getting marginally hotter here over the years. I mean, even just last year, we actually had a day where it hit, I think 40 degrees Celsius over here, which is unfathomably hot. I'm sure there's some people who are, like, watch these videos who think that 40 degrees Celsius is just like another Tuesday, and I sound like a big baby. But for someone who has lived in a relatively, if not quite, like, cold climate most of his life, 40 degrees Celsius felt like I was cooking alive from the inside out. It was awful, and I hated it. We only had, like, one day that happened last year, I believe. Okay, it was paused in the other one, so that's good. We'll yoink this, see what we got. It is free, so I think I'm just gonna take Pokego, because I'd like to hang on to that other, like, sharpening stone trinket, because it sounds like it could be beneficial to us if we get something like Rock Bottom at some point during the run. That way we could just kind of buff our damage stat a little bit there. I am still looking for the secret room, but I don't really see it as of yet. Growing up, this place has always been, like, relatively chilly for the common man. But as I get older and older, this place just gets warmer and warmer, man. Well, okay, actually, you know what? Oh, nice. Let me say this. It gets warmer and warmer in the summer and colder in the winter. So it's not, like, people say global warming, but you're supposed to say climate change, right? I have no idea. What I know is that it gets really hot in the summer now and really cold in the winter. And it's very volatile. And I don't like it that much. I don't really like it that much. I would rather it not do that, because that would be better for my body and my brain and my mind and my soul, probably. But hey, I can't control the weather. This is all, essentially, this was all just to say that I really enjoyed the breeze when we were in Naples, by the ocean. Sometimes I just go on these, like, super long tangents and I just lose track of what I'm talking about, like, partway through. And I just hope that I figure it out by the time I get to the end of whatever I'm yapping about. Because sometimes I just don't know. Sometimes I just have no idea. I just be yapping to yap, as it were. As it were, my friends. Now, I'm trying really hard to not take any more damage here, because I don't want to lose my deal chance. Well, we didn't get a deal anyways, but I'll take this. Yeah, I think we should probably just hang on to the reverse devil card. I do see an arcade up there. I don't really care that much about it. Didn't really interest me, so we'll leave that alone for now. We'll go in here. This will break the golden heart, but that's fine. Also open these up. It's garbage. Very nice. Rock bottom. No. Is there a room here? There's not, but we did get an extra 5 cents for our troubles, so 40 cents in the back pocket. Ready for whatever this game is going to throw at me. 50 cents if I want to use a couple of bombs there, which I might, depending. Reverse death. The justice is good. We'll pop that. We'll also use this. But we did quite a few things in Italy as opposed to France. We did a lot more A lot more walking around, I would say. We're a lot more active in Italy than we were in France. Not to say that we weren't active at all in France. We still moved around quite a bit. But Italy, we definitely did a lot more meandering around, checking out new places, exploring. We ended up going to Pompeii, which I believe I talked about in the first return video. We ended up going to Pompeii. They even had a new area that had like just been discovered, which was very, very cool. They made like a... Yeah, I'll take both of these. They made fancy pants. Oh. That's kind of cool. Like fancy, like Stickman fancy pants. I like that. I loved fancy pants growing up. That was a fantastic video game. Flash game? I'm just going to blow this up. I don't really need fancy pants. Don't need that. And now we have permanent full mapping. Cool. Good. I like that. But anyways, as I was saying, we ended up going to Pompeii, and they had recently discovered a new area of Pompeii, and they were actively excavating it as we were there. And so what they did is they made... oh, I lost my Eternal. That stinks. They made like a... I want to say scaffolding, but it wasn't really scaffolding. It was almost like a metal catwalk above this entire area, and you could look down and you could watch the architects while they were excavating this brand new area. Sadly, I don't have any photos of it because when you go in, it says like, because it's new, like please don't take any photos of it. I'm assuming it's because they haven't like released any like big photo dumps and stuff on it yet officially. So they okay, there goes my bone heart. So they probably want to, you know, release it themselves at some point. Let's go to the chest today. Let's check what's in here. Nice. It's a little bit late, so we're only gonna get the one bonus angel room, but that's all right. Oh yeah, I also had a reverse devil card. I probably should have used that. Anything in here? No, not even remotely. Yeah, I'm guessing that they don't have any like official like photography done of the place, so that's why they said no photos. I found it so funny because they even had like a lady at the beginning of like the catwalk section, and she was like, hey, please don't take any photos of anything because like we don't want you to. And I like, you know, me being a Canadian, being respectful, I was like, yeah, of course, I'm not gonna take any photos, don't worry about it. We started walking through, and like I swear to God, every single person that was up there was taking pictures of it. And like there was big signs everywhere. Literally everywhere. Like throughout this catwalk, like on the railings and stuff, that was like that just said like please don't take photos of anything. I swear to God, not a single person listened to that worker, and I felt so bad. I was like, I am so sorry that you might get in trouble for this. Like, I was like, I didn't do it. Like, I didn't take any photos, man. I didn't. I promise. I have no pictures of it. That's why I can't show you guys any photos of it. You know, I on my Instagram, I put, like, what were, I thought, some of the coolest and funniest photos of the trip over there. But, you know, people were just taking photos of this thing like it's nobody's business. And then, once we finished our tour, we were there for, like 5-6 hours or so. We were there for a pretty long time. We didn't do, like, a guided tour or anything. We just kind of did our own thing. Which I honestly think, was a better way to do it. Because the guided tour had, like, so many people, and it just kind of seemed like a big pain in the butt. But, once you finish going through Pompeii and you leave, you know, you have to go through the gift shop section. It's like an IKEA, right? Like it's a big maze, so they put you through so you buy more garbage that you don't need for your house. That's how IKEA works. But they do that with the gift shops at the end. I mean, they do that at a lot of places like aquariums, museums, all that fun stuff, right? Yeah, we'll check this. Sacred Heart. Jesus Juice. Really? Okay. Sadly, I don't have a dice item, but that's all right. We had to go through the gift shop to get to the exit of this place. PX41 gives a random damage multiplier ranging from 0.5x to 2x damage multiplier. Rerolls on every room entered. Sounds like it might be bad, but we'll see. I'll take this. And my lovely girlfriend picked up a couple of like postcards for her friends and stuff. And I really like getting like fridge magnets. I like putting the magnets. Oh, nice. I like putting the magnets on my fridge. I don't know. It's just fun. I got some from like Japan. I got some from some other places. And they don't tell you in Pompeii that if you try to buy a fridge magnet, all the fridge magnets in Pompeii, like they are just explicit images of people doing the nasty. That's all that they have. Nothing else. That's all of their fridge magnets. It's all just people doing the nasty. They had some that were holographic, where if you looked at them from oh, I forgot to mute this. They had some where they were holographic, so if you looked at them from different angles, it was different people doing different versions of the nasty. And I tell you what, that was one of the craziest things I've ever seen. I didn't end up buying one because I was like, I don't really want fridge magnets of people. Like, I didn't really want a magnet on my fridge of like people from like thousands of years ago having sex. So I decided against it. I didn't end up getting one. Much to the chagrin of my girlfriend. She thought they were very funny. But yeah, I didn't end up getting one. And I actually didn't really get anything from the trip pretty much at all. Most of the money that I spent was actually sent over for, or actually spent on like food and accommodations. The only thing that I ended up buying for myself to take home, not even really as a souvenir, but I ended up buying it because I didn't bring anything of the sort on the trip. I ended up buying a linen shirt in Greece, because apparently linen shirts are extremely popular in Greece, which I didn't actually know. It's a bit of a big thing over there. So every like third store was selling linen shirts for some reason. So I ended up buying one of those. I had to try and find a store that didn't have every linen shirt listed at like 100 euros. They upped the prices pretty heavily there on their stuff. I mean, we were on an island. We weren't like on the mainland. We weren't in like Athens or anything like that. We were in Santorini, so a lot of like import stuff. Actually, pretty much all imported. But yeah, their clothing there was quite expensive. So I ended up only buying myself one shirt, and then aside from that, I didn't actually really get anything from the trip to keep for myself. It's the only thing I really got. Not that I really care. I mean, it doesn't really matter. You're mostly there for the experience anyways, right? That's always kind of how I feel about trips. I don't really like to pick anything up for myself specifically. I picked up a couple of things for some family and stuff, and you know, for the people who are taking care of my cat, taking care of Azrael. You guys, I don't think I've seen her on the channel in a little while. Actually, you might have. I can't remember. All the days blur together. Every day is just one big day. All the days come together just into one big day. This is a very long hush fight. We're not as strong as I had anticipated. But he is now dead. I'm really hoping we can get some more health ups. Maybe here? Would be nice to get. There we go. Beautiful. It's going to be a nice little damage up. And maybe we'll play this guy. And missing page 2. Sure. Pick all this up. Oh, I did not mean to go through there, but alright. Incubus Eye. Whenever a familiar fires a tear, 50% chance for it to fire 2 instead. I think I'll hang on a Sigil of Baphomet because I don't have any familiars at this moment. Well, you know what? It might be more fun to have this. We are going to the chest, so we might actually get some more familiars from those chest drops. So why not? And Sigil of Baphomet is extremely strong. I've talked about it before. It is one of, if not the best, utility trinket in this entire video game. However, we don't really need a utility trinket at this point. I mean, we have a ton of health. We are trying to keep our red hearts up so that we can keep our damage buff. But on the other hand, regardless, we have a ton of HP, so we're not really at risk of perishing or dying in any capacity. Isaac is dead. We are going to pick this up. A blank rune could be nice, but I'm going to hang on to Dagaz just on the off chance that we get Curse of the Blind in this chest floor. Let's see. No Curse of the Blind. Great. We do have some chests here. Little Chad, the Swarm, Dry Baby, and Sad Onion. That is going to bring our tiers over to the soft cap, I believe. Very nice. We can also do Mega Stand today. I think we're just going to rock it to Mega Stand and call it a run. My friends, see what we got here. Chance card. No, thank you. Don't really need that. It's an active item that has like a % chance to use a random card, I believe. Not exactly something that I'm looking for. But that's alright. I will more than likely full clear the chest here. So that we can hopefully get... yeah, I'll just pop the algers now so we can open this for free. $3 bill. I'm not a big fan of $3 bill. I'm going to take it because I know a lot of people love it and it's kind of funny at times. But personally, really not the biggest fan of this item. I don't like having the random tier effects. It normally makes me take damage at like the worst possible times when I have the least amount of HP in history. But hey, we'll take it for the funsies today. Get rid of these guys. And yeah, we'll full clear the chest so we can try and get as many items as possible. Wish this was a reverse justice, but that's alright. I have a bomb so I can blow you up. Sunflower. Okay. That is actually an extremely good item. It's another item that I was thinking about covering today, but I ended up going for Boiling Blood instead. Sunflower gives you a tier rate increase based on how far... But as I was saying, this item gives you a tier rate increase of 0.25 for each room away you are from the boss room, which I thought was pretty neat. And another thing that it does is if you don't go to a planetarium on the floor and then go to the next floor, it actually gives you 3 random permanent stat buffs. I don't really know what the thought process is behind it or why it does that, but that is how the item works. And it seems very, very strong. Seems quite strong. Getting all those bonus damage ups for doing pretty much nothing. We'll open you up. Obsessed fan, sure. Oh, good. A quadruple monstro. This, you see, now this is what I was looking for, my friends. I was looking for... I was looking for quadruple monster. I just picked something up off the ground. I have no idea what it was. Looked like a pebble. We can use the strength card on the Mega Stand fight, because that's going to give us a bonus health container, plus a damage multiplier, which is going to be a pretty hefty damage up for that boss fight. Now, the only thing I'm praying for is that we don't get that 0.5 damage multiplier from PX41 when we're fighting Mega Stand, because that would be literally the worst thing that could happen. Grab that 0.43 damage up. Nice. And we will check the super secret here to see if there's any chests or anything of that nature. Improbability drive. Upon taking damage, activates a random active item. Not really that interested. Why do I look like a marionette? Do you see that? Like my mouth? I look like a marionette right now. I don't know what's doing that. Well, that's gonna about do it for the final floor of the run, my friends. We got a massive damage down. That sucks. We got a very, very bad roll on the multiplier from PX41, which is exactly what I didn't want to happen. So that sucks. Only rocking a 7.90 damage stat. Comically low for the damage we've been rocking for most of this run. Oh, boy. Oh, jeez, man. Okay, we lost some damage there. Good thing is we can get Deadeye every now and then, which will increase our damage quite a fair bit. Oh, do we have Proptosis now? We do. Hierophant, thank you. That is going to give us some stat increases. Nice. Get rid of you. Alright, so now all we got is the angels to spawn. Get rid of the angels, and then we can just shoot at him for phase 1, and that will be that. Do I have Dunce Cap? What's this? That is Dunce Cap, right? I believe. This is Holy Light. Phase 1 is about to end, and there we go. Phase 1 done. Let's get phase 2 got, and we'll be laughing straight to the bank, my friends. Well, I was hoping to get full red heart containers to show off this boiling blood item. However, I will say, even with not having full red hearts, it did give us a pretty substantial damage increase. And I would say it's definitely worth picking up and checking out. It's a very, very strong item. I have been thoroughly enjoying showcasing this item and showcasing this mod pack in general. This is a very, very fun mod pack. We've checked it out quite a few times in the past. They only recently added all of these new items to it. I believe it's about 30 new items. Some of them are not so good. Some of them are absolutely fantastic. And some of them are just plain funny. Like I said, the Impossible Quiz Book, the Fancy Pants one as well, I thought was quite interesting. But that is Mega Stan. And that was the Boiling Blood item, my friends. I really do hope you enjoyed this mod showcase. Like I always say, this mod pack will be linked in the description below if you guys are interested in checking it out. Hopefully you enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. If you did, consider leaving a like down below, commenting what your favorite part was, what I'm going to check out next. And as always, consider subscribing to the YouTube channel because we are trying to become the #1 Isaac Mod Showcase channel on YouTube. But until next time, take care and stay safe, my friends.